Guys, I made an artwork of Kiki's delivery service from Studio Ghibli and it turned out amazing and dreamy. I recreated one of my favorite scenes from Kiki's delivery service and I combined Kiki and Tombo riding together through the sky. And obviously, how can I forget Zizi? She's slipping repeatedly from the broom and somehow she managed to grip the stick and in awkward position, and it's going to be a sunset scene where the oranges, clouds and birds are flying around Kiki. But I drew it in my style. Let's get into it. Just mapping out the movements and flow of the scene. I wanted to capture the essence of freedom and joy. Kiki gliding excitedly on her broom and Tombo paddling like he's chasing the clouds. Tombo is so fun to draw. His energy is pure chaos and curiosity. And I exaggerated his motion and gave his clothes more loose and bouncy look. Sketching both characters in motion was tricky, but before finalizing the sketch, it took me a lot of reference to figure out how many sketches it's gonna look. Literally, I scrolled a lot for this composition because it's the first time that I'm making this kind of compositions. Also, I added a few seagulls to the background to guide the viewer's eyes. It makes everything feels like it's moving with the wind. Okay, let's jump into coloring. It's time for the base colors. I kept Kiki's classic navy dress but give it more saturation so she should pop out against the sky. And Tombo's shirt is warmer red-orange to contrast the background and it keeps the focus centered. And here is a pro tip. I always block in backgrounds early just to make sure that color balances well and overall. And here I added warmer shadows because it's a sunset scene. So the light is hitting directly on the object. So the shadow will be much warmer and slightly saturated. And one more thing, always avoid too much details on characters which are situated far from the camera. That's why I added less details on Kiki and Gigi and it looks good. Something less is more. I ended up with 2 to 3 color blocks, those are necessary. So here is where the magic happens. I imagined golden hour lighting, like the sun is just starting to set, giving the dreamy look and dreamy glow. Shadows forms on the opposite direction of the light. Always think of where your light hits first and then build shadows. Clouds were fun. I used a soft round brush for the fluffy edge and some airbrushing for the light diffusion. Alright, now let's talk about the background. Because in Ghibli films, the background is not just scenery, it's part of the story. I really wanted to echo the feeling of wonder and freedom. I started by painting this huge cloud formation behind Tombo. I went for soft, round, almost cotton candy shaped, no rush here. And for the sky, I went with a warm, cool gradient. Look closely, it goes from peachy orange near to the horizon to a rich blue at the top. It gives the dreamy end of the day mood, like golden hours just about to fade into twilight. To enhance the depth, I added faint aerial perspective. See how the background clouds get lighter and bluer. That little trick makes the whole scene feel 3D, like you are right there watching Kiki fly past. I even threw in some flying birds, not just for realism, but to help the composition. The birds leads your eye across the canvas. For Tombo and Kiki to the background clouds. I like this composition because here everything is in motion. The excitement and the body language, whether it's about Kiki, Tombo, Gigi and birds. It's like everyone enjoying the adventure and the sunset and the huge oranges purplish clouds. See how much life these birds are adding to the composition. I mean, I just love this scene. I thought that I'm present at that moment. I really enjoyed the scenes while drawing this piece of artwork. In Ghibli art style, you don't need to pay attention on every single details. That's why I don't add any kind of unnecessary details. I kept it really simple because it gets better when less amount of details added in an artwork, especially when it is Ghibli art style. And I tweaked a little bit of curves and hue saturation bars because I love to play with the curves and saturation while rendering. With the gust of wind, the gifts are flying through the air. I did not add too much but ended up with 2 to 3 gifts and the painting took me about 3 hours to complete. If you're thinking to painting like this, I would really recommend you to draw different things, because by doing this you will learn new things like how to compose it. So finally I finished the drawing and enjoy the review. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Share this video if you liked this video. Till the time, meet you in the next video.